concept. First listen carefully. Assume there is a circular track. This is a circular track. This is a circular track. And the length of the circular track, let us call it as 300 meters. Length of circular track, let me call it as 300 meters. There are two people. S1, a person 1 who is traveling at a speed of 20 meter per second. There is another person whose speed is 50 meter per second. Whose speed is 50 meter per second. They both are starting at the starting point. They both are moving in the same direction. They both are traveling in the same direction. They both are traveling in same direction. They both are traveling in same direction. Same direction. What is the important key point? First thing. First question. Time taken to meet again. Time taken to meet again for the first time on the track. Time taken to meet again for the first time on the circular track. Time taken to meet again for the first time on the circular track. First time on the circular track. What is the time taken to meet again for the first time on the track, circular track? Yesterday we discussed in a linear track, if two people with different speeds are moving in the same direction, if two people with different speeds are moving in the same direction, one person with the larger speed will keep on going. One person with the larger speed will keep on going. Are you all with me? One person with the larger speed will keep on going. Now, but in a circular track, the person with the largest speed will go ahead and will come back. Definitely they will meet. Definitely they will meet. When they will meet? After 1 second. After 1 second, S1 goes at a speed of 20 meter per second. So after 1 second, speed S1 travels at 20 meters. S2 travels at 50 meter. After 1 second, second person has got 30 meters lead over A. 30 meters lead over. Let me call these as 1. I hope it is clear. But what should be the total lead? Total lead is 300 meters. That is the length of the circular track. That means they will meet after how many seconds? They will meet after 10 seconds. The time taken to meet again for the first time on the circular track is 10 seconds. I will show it with a representation. Why after 10 seconds they are meeting? Again I am repeating, there are two people who are at the starting point. They both are moving in the same direction. Their speeds are 20 meter per second and 50 meter per second. The length of the circular track is 300 meters. So after 1 second, first person will travel 20 meters, second person will travel 50 meters. That means second person has taken a lead of 30 meters over the first person. But according to the question, the length of the circular track is 300 meters. That means time taken to meet again for the first time on the circular track is 10 seconds. Now, second point is very, very important to each one of you. Second point, number of distinct meeting points on the track. Number of distinct meeting points. Number of distinct meeting points on the circular track. Number of distinct meeting points on the circular track. Find the number of distinct meeting points on the circular track. Number of distinct meeting points. Listen carefully. The length of the circular track is 300 meters. Length of the circular track is 300 meters. Divide these track into three parts. Let this part be 100 meters. Again divide it. Let this part be 100 meters. Again this is 100 meters. Total length of the track divided into three parts. 100, 100 and 100. 100, 100 and 100. Listen very carefully, sir. Listen very carefully. Are you guys facing any issues? Let me see it once. right? I think no issues, we can proceed. Number of distinct meeting points on the circular track. The entire track I divided into three parts. I will tell you why I divided into three parts. Listen carefully, sir. Very logical way to solve a problem. How in a track, how many different times, how many different meeting points they will meet, number of distinct meeting points on the track. The first concept is saying that they will meet again after 10 seconds. Listen carefully. This is the starting point. This is the starting point. S1 travels for 20 meter per second. That means after 10 seconds, 1 second 20 meters, 10 seconds 200. This is 100 and this is 100. So S1 is here after 10 seconds. Yes or no? Let me see what has happened to S2. S2 it is 50 meter per second. 1 second 50 meters. 10 seconds it will be 500. 500 means 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. This is the first meeting point by both of them. Again I am repeating, 10 seconds means S1 will be 20 meter per second, 10 seconds it will be 200 meters. So 100 meters 100, first it will be here. So S2 will be 50 meter per second, 1 second 50 meters, 10 seconds it will be 500. So B has taken completely one more round when compared to A. A has just not completed the round. A is still in the process of reaching back his starting point, but by the time, because the B's speed is more, B and A met here at the first meeting point. Again, for every 10 seconds they will keep on meeting. 1 second 20 meters, 10 seconds it is 200, 100, 100. Again A is here, then B. Again he will meet after 10 seconds. So from B's point of view or S2's point of view, they will meet after every 500 seconds. From an S1 point of view, they will meet after every 200 seconds. So again it will be A is here, B will meet 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is the second meeting point. This is the second meeting point. I hope the idea it is clear. Again, from an A's point of view, they will meet after 200 meters. 100, 100. A is here. From a second person point of view, they will meet after 500 meters. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is the third meeting point. Are there any meeting points beyond 3? Let us see. From an A's point of view, after 200 meters they will meet. 100, 100. Fourth meeting point. Right? Again 100, 100. Fifth meeting point. Sixth meeting point. So all these meeting points are a multiples of 3. 2, 5 and so on. It will give 3k plus 1 and this will give 3k plus 1 and it is 3k plus 2. So totally how many meeting points I got on the circular track? What do you mean by meeting point? Meeting point in our class problems, it is equivalent to coincident related problems, which I'll correlate little later. So how to find out the number of distinct meeting point? First take the speeds. First take the speeds. Make it into a simplest form. Speed of 1 is 20 meter per second. Speed of 2 is 50 meter per second. Speed ratio is 2 is to 5. Speed ratio is 2 is to 5. So, number of distinct meeting points is given by the point modulus of S1 minus S2. Distinct meeting points can never take a negative value. Take the difference of the speeds when the speeds should be in its simplest form. Speeds are in its simplest form. Speeds should be in its simplest form. 20 and 50. 2 is to 5. 2 is to 5. What will be in its simplest form? 5 minus 2. How many meeting points are there on the track? 3. Very, very important key point. If he is asking you the number of distinct meeting points, if he is asking you the number of distinct meeting points, take the ratio of the speeds and make the ratio in its simplest form, then subtract the speeds. 2 is to 5. 5 minus 2, it is 3. I hope the concept is clear. Similarly, suppose S1 is 20 meters per second. S2 is 120 meter per second. 120 meter per second. Number of distinct meeting points. Number of distinct meeting points on the track. Number of distinct meeting points on the track. Let us find out the answer. Number of distinct meeting points on the track. What we have to do? We have to make the ratio in its simplest form. S1 is to S2. 20 is to 120. 20 is to 120 is 1 is to 6. So, if they are moving in the same direction, if they are moving in the same direction, 1 is to 6. 6 minus 1, 5. 5 meeting points. I hope the idea it is clear. So, you can do any of these questions. Suppose the same thing I will do. Total length of the circular track is 60 divisions. I am correlating with clocks. Total length of the track is 60 division. Speed of the hour hand, it is 1 by 12 division per minute. Speed of hour hand, it is 1 by 12 division per minute. Speed of minute hand, it is 1 division per minute. Speed of minute hand, 1 division per minute. Number of coincidences. Now it will be crystal clear to you. Number of coincidences. Number of coincidences. Coincidences are nothing but the meeting points. How you will determine? Take the ratio. SH is to SN. Take the ratio. So this will become 1 by 12 is to 1. It will become 1 is to 12. 1 is to 12. Hour hand and a minute's hand are both moving in the same direction. Are both moving in the same direction. So 12 minus 1. So number of coincidences. How much it will be? 11. How much it will be? 11. Very, very interesting way to understand why in a 12 hours, both the hour hand and a minute's hand will coincide 11 times. Why in a 12 hours, both the hour hand and a minute's hand will coincide 11 times. What I did, length of the circular track 300 meters is replaced with 60 divisions. Two people are replaced by hour hand and a minute hand. So there it is 20 and 50. We took it as 1 by 12 division per minute and 1 division per minute. So number of coincidences. Number of coincidences are nothing but the meeting point. A clock is an example of a circular track. A clock is in the form of a circular track. A clock is in the form of a circular track. So whatever the concepts that I am using in circular track, the same concept can be used in clocks. The same concept can be used in clocks. I hope the idea it is clear, right? Now another very, very important key point. Very, very important key point. Sir, what if there is a seconds hand also? Remember, the speeds should be in its simplest form. Let me take speed of hour hand, speed of minute hand, and speed of seconds hand. SS is speed of seconds hand. Speed of hour hand. Hour hand speed is 1 by 12. Minutes hand, it is 1. 1 minute will give you 60 seconds. So it is, these defined as 1 is to 12 is to 60. These defined as 1 is to 12 is to 60 into 12. 60 into 12. So this will become 1 is to 12 is to 720. 1 is to 12 is to 720. 1 is to 12 is to 720. Now see here. Hour hand and a minute's hand. When they will coincide? When they will coincide. 1 and 12. So take the simplest ratio and subtract. 12 minus 1, it is 11. When the minute hand and a seconds hand will meet, when the minute hand and a seconds hand will meet, 12 is to 720. 12 is to 720 is 1 is to 60. 1 is to 60 means answer is 15:9. Very, very important, which you will not find it in the regular textbook. Minutes hand and a seconds hand will meet how many times? 15:9 times they will meet. Another very, very important key point. Hour hand and a seconds hand, when they will meet. hour hand and a seconds hand. This is an hour hand and it is a seconds hand. 1 and 720. 1 and 720. 1 is to 720. 720 minus 1, it will be 719 times. It is 719 times. Hour hand and minutes hand will meet 11 times. Minutes hand and seconds hand will meet 59 times, and hour hand and seconds hand will meet 719 times. I hope the concept is very very clear to you. Even if the seconds hand is given in the question, you can find the coincident timing. 1 by 12 is to 1 is to 60. 1 is to 12 is to 720. Hour hand and minutes hand will meet 11 times. Minute hand and seconds hand will meet 59 times. Why 59? 12 is to 720. It is not in its simplest form. We have to make it into a simplest form. So 12 is to 720 is 1 is to 60, which is 60 minus 1, 59 times. Now, especially the students who are planning to write management exams like CAT, XAT and other things, second point and third point, it is very very important. Most of the preliminary aptitude examination, or if you refer any of the textbook, hour hand and minutes hand only it will stop. Hour hand and minutes hand will meet after 11 times. Minute hand and seconds hand will meet 59 times, and hour hand and seconds hand will meet 719 times. Yesterday we discussed in a 12-hour clock, both the hour hand and the minutes hand will meet only 11 times. Why? Because if they are meeting for every 1 hour, they would have met 12 times in 12 hours. But they are meeting after every 1 hour 5 by 11 minutes. They are meeting after every 1 hour 5 by 11 minutes. So obviously the number of times they will meet in 12 hours will not be 12, will be less than 12. How many times we got? 11 times, because between 11 to 12 they are meeting at 12 o'clock. Between 11 to 12 we should not consider. 11 to 12, 12 to 1, the meeting point is at 12 o'clock only. The meeting point is at only 12 o'clock. Very very important key point. I hope you enjoyed how the circular track concept can be used to find out the number of meeting points, number of distinct meeting points. Very very important, sir. Number of distinct meeting points is always given by the concept. Take the ratio speeds, make the ratios in its simplest form and take their difference. This is in the when the two bodies travel in the same direction. When the two bodies travel in the same direction in time, speed and distance. When I am discussing clocks, at that time I will when I am discussing circular tracks, when we are taking opposite direction, we will discuss in detail some more concepts. I hope the idea it is clear. So what are the concepts that we discussed? Coincident we discussed. We will take up one more concept.